Now, the first thing to do when you begin to meditate is to feel your body. You want to be aware of your body from the bottom up. So feel the lower portion of your body, your lower extremities. Be aware of how your legs feel, how your hips, your lower back, your abdomen feels. And breathe and let the breath be an anchor. Feel the breath as it moves through your chest, into your belly, or ideally into your belly and then into your chest. And essentially what you're doing is giving full attention to your current state of consciousness as it is expressing in your body. Breathe and feel the breath as it translates through every aspect of your body. And if you feel comfortable in your body, that's wonderful. If you feel tension or pain or discomfort, you're not fighting it, you're just acknowledging this is the current state of my consciousness. And breathe. Now listen. What do you hear? What sounds are in your environment? Again, the purpose of listening is to acknowledge what your current state of consciousness is without fighting it. If you hear noises outside or noises in your home or your house, no matter how persistent or annoying you think they are, let go of the concept that it is annoying or a distraction and just simply accept, acknowledge, this is the current state of consciousness in which I am meditating. So listen to everything you can hear around you. So just as you're listening to your body by feeling your body, you are now listening to the space around you. And now listen more deeply, listen more further away. Do you hear fainter sounds that you didn't hear before? Feel the body. Breathe. And listen. Now turn your attention to your mind. Observe the mind. What thoughts, if any, are present within your mind? And if there are no thoughts, then just observe the space or the stillness within your mind. But turn your awareness to the mind. Observe the mind. Listen. Breathe. Feel the body. The first technique I prefer to begin my meditations with is alternate nostril breathing. Alternate nostril breathing. So we'll practice alternate nostril breathing together. You begin by taking your thumb and closing off one nostril and inhaling. Taking your fingers, closing off the opposite nostril and exhaling. Then you inhale again through that same nostril. Close that nostril and exhale through the opposite nostril. That is one round of alternate nostril breathing. We will do 24 rounds of alternate nostril breathing together. Now, as you practice alternate nostril breathing, one of the helpful things that you can do is engage your imagination such that as you inhale through one side, through one nostril, you can feel as though, imagine that you can sense life force or prana or air flowing into that side of your body. And as you exhale through the nostril, the opposite nostril, you can feel as though life force is circulating through, exiting through that side of the body. Then you inhale again and you feel that life force or light even flowing into the body from that side. Then you exhale and it flows out again the opposite side. So by engaging your imagination as you continue this process of alternate nostril breathing, you increase your capacity to focus and practice, experience a sense of oneness with the breath. So we'll continue now with the second portion of alternate nostril breathing. And now you can conclude alternate nostril breathing. Rest your hands in your lap. And let your breath be natural. With your eyes closed, you feel the body. You observe the breath. You listen. And let the silence, the internal silence that this practice reveals, permeate your mind. And you let it permeate your awareness. You're feeling the body, feeling the breath move through the body, observing your mind and listening to the sounds all around you, experiencing your current state of consciousness during this meditation period. The next technique that we can do together to deepen this process is Sushumna breathing. This is gently circulating life force through your spine with each inhalation and exhalation. And you're going to use your imagination for this. That's what you're focusing on. That's what you're giving your attention to. That is what you're devoted to. The breath and the sense of circulating life force through the spine. So give your attention to the spine, from the base of your spine all the way up through your back, through your neck, through your brain to the very top of your head. And as you inhale, you're going to inhale gently and slightly deeper than normal without strain. And as you inhale, you are going to imagine, feel that a cool current is ascending up through the spine, all the way to the crown of the head. So you have to time it just right with your imagination. Then when you exhale, you just let the breath out naturally. You don't force it, it just comes out. Then you imagine that current, a warm, soothing current descending down through the brain, through the neck, through the back, down to the base of the spine. It's as simple as that. It's a powerful, simple technique. Inhale, imagine that you can feel a cool electrical or even like water ascending up through the spine, through the neck, flooding the brain with light, all the way up to the crown of the head. Hold the breath just for an instant. And then as you exhale, you imagine that same light, that same radiance descending down through the brain, through the neck, through the spine with warmth, just like when you're in the shower and you can feel warm water flowing down your back. And this will be our focus for the next several minutes. Sushumna breathing, absorbing your full attention into it. And as you do this, some people find it helpful to take the tip of your tongue and touch it to the roof of your mouth. That can assist the process. Tip of your tongue to the roof of your mouth gently. And then holding your awareness, feeling the forehead, or what they call the sixth chakra, the spiritual eye center, developing, feeling the frontal lobes of the brain. So as you inhale and you pull this current up through the spine, and you let it descend back down through the spine, you hold your tongue with the tip at the very roof of your mouth, and you keep your attention, if you can, also here at the forehead, the frontal regions of the brain. That can increase your ability to focus and become fully absorbed in this process. And it takes practice, so keep it up. And as you practice this technique, when distractions do arise, you want to acknowledge them, but then you want to return your attention back to the technique. Because what happens when distractions arise and you return your attention back to the sensation within the spine, you say, okay, there you are, but I'm paying attention to this. Those distractions dissolve a little. They lose their power a little. And in time, the more that you do that, eventually certain distractions no longer distract you. They fall away because you've released your attachment to them. You've burnt your karma around them. But the key is every time a distraction arises, whether it's a feeling in the body, a thought in the mind, something that you hear or remember, or a feeling or emotion, you don't fight it. You just look back at the spine. Feel the breath as it flows upward. Feel that warm, soothing sensation as it descends downward. So this helps. This is what makes the process work. That constant return to the focal point of the breath, of the circulation of the life force, gently and with consistency. So we'll continue on for just a minute or two more. And now we'll do one more repetition of the Sushumna breathing. And this time, as you pull the current up through the spine, through the neck, through the brain, what you're going to do is feel that breath ascending, this cool, relaxing sensation up to the brain, up to the crown. You're going to feel the crown. Hold your awareness at the crown. Keep your attention there as though you're holding that life force energy there. And then you just let your breath happen naturally. Hold your attention here. Let the breath let the body breathe itself without you paying attention to it. And so we'll rest now in the silence with our awareness at the crown. And if distractions arise, what's very helpful with this simple technique is to imagine that whatever you perceive to be a distraction is flowing upward and dissolving into the crown. I like to imagine as I feel my body, that I can feel my body as though all the nervous system energy, all the life force within my body is kind of flowing into my spine as though streams running into a larger river. And that river of that current in the spine is flowing upward and carrying it all up to the crown as though I'm pulling myself, flowing my body, my being up through into the crown. And then it dissolves, it merges with whatever's up there. So you can let this be a point of focus as you sit with your attention at the crown. In time, this practice of absorbing your attention in the crown can be very rewarding and very enjoyable by itself. For most people, it takes a lot of work for that to occur. So from time to time, you may want to practice that more extensively. But for now, we're going to move on to another technique to keep us engaged for the sake of instruction. Now, this is very simple, and this will probably be the most complicated of them all, but it's still very simple. And the mechanics are still the same, and that it requires simple attention. Chanting through the chakras. So you want to bring your attention to the base of your spine, the root chakra, as far down as you can feel towards the base of your spine. You hold your attention there. And while your attention is resting there, you mentally chant the word or syllable Om repeatedly. Om, 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 as though you can feel that root chakra vibrating with each internal mental chanting of Om. And we'll do this through each of the chakras. We'll go all the way up, back down, and then conclude at the crown again. So feel the root chakra. As you feel the root chakra with your eyes closed, mentally chant Om, 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 absorbing your attention in the feeling and in the mental chanting. And lift your awareness up to the second chakra, just above the pubic bone. Feel that region within your body. And here, mentally chant Om, 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 Om. Pull your awareness up to the third chakra. Mentally chant Om at the third chakra, at the level of the navel, core of the abdomen. And lift your awareness now up to the heart chakra, right in the center of the breastbone. Feel that space in the core of your chest, mentally chanting Om. Lift your awareness up to the throat chakra. feeling the throat, and here mentally chanting Om. Om, 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 feeling it resonating, pulsating within the throat. And lift your awareness up to the space between the eyebrows, the frontal regions of the brain. And here mentally chant Om. And lift your attention up into the crown, feeling the crown. Mentally chant Om at the crown. Now we float the awareness back down to the spiritual eye center, the space between the eyebrows, mentally chanting Om. Let the awareness float down to the throat, here mentally chanting Om. Feel the heart space, mentally chant Om, feeling the Om resonating within the heart. Om, 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 with each repetition. And let the awareness flow down into the third chakra, mentally chanting Om. The second chakra, mentally chanting Om. Return your awareness to the root chakra, the base of the spine, and here mentally chant Om as well. Let all of your attention sink into that feeling within the root chakra. Let all of your attention sink into that chanting of Om. Everything else dissolves. Lift your awareness up into the second chakra again, mentally chanting Om. Lift your awareness up into the third chakra at the level of the navel, mentally chanting Om. Pull your awareness back into the heart, feeling the heart chanting Om. And lifting the awareness into the throat, feeling the throat and mentally chanting Om at the throat chakra. Pulling the awareness up into the frontal lobes of the brain, mentally chanting Om. And to conclude, as you chant Om here at the frontal regions of the brain, with your eyes closed, imagine that you're looking out into the distance of your closed eyelids and slightly upwards at an angle. And imagine that you see a radiant light like the sun pouring forth, shining through your body, shining through your mind, radiant and bright and brilliant. And as you chant Om, imagine that radiance growing stronger, more fully absorbing your attention, dissolving your small sense of self into that infinite, eternal essence of supreme consciousness. If you like, you can imagine that you are flowing yourself, giving yourself up into it, dissolving yourself into that light as it shines towards you and through you and in you. Feel your sense of self flowing upwards, inwards and upwards through the chakra system, gazing off in the distance of your closed eyelids and merging with this radiant light. And if you have to imagine it, just simply remember the last time you saw a photo of the sun or the sun shining through trees or off water, that same kind of radiance and brilliance absorbs your entire attention, your entire field of internal vision. And if you like, you can sit for as long as you're inclined with your awareness absorbed in this image. Stay there for as long as you like. And then if you want to sit for even longer, simply replay this meditation, go through the entire process again. And you will have meditated for 2 hours. Do your best to stay engaged in the process, to take even the simplest aspect of the techniques and merge your attention into them. But at the end, always have the sense of seeing, visualizing, feeling, merging into this light. And then when it's time for you to conclude your meditation session, bring your awareness back to your body, let the image dissolve in your mind, feel the breath, listen to the space around you, and then you can open your eyes to conclude. And go about your day and live your life to the best of your ability, in truth, being kind to others, and doing your best to embody love as you know it.